Well, AM Extra continues to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. This morning, we're dipping into the world of artisan salsa with a Portland woman-owned business.
Yeah, it has quite the spicy name as well. Hot Mama Salsa makes fresh salsas, hot sauces, and Mexican-style chili oils that are handcrafted in the Rose City. We have owner Nikki Maria Guerrero joining us in the studio to share the story. It's a wonderful product. I have tried your hot sauces here before. They are lovely. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, what is your company's story? What inspired you to get into this realm here?
Well, I grew up making salsa with my grandmother. This one, Grandma's Chile, this is our family salsa that I grew up with. And when I moved to Portland in 1999, I couldn't find anything I grew up with. So really wanted to bring the flavors that I grew up with from home to my new community.
Yeah, I think sometimes that could be the genesis of just like an amazing new product. It's like, I just can't find it the way Mom used to make. Yeah, that slice of home. And I think the family heritage, the tradition really shines through in all of your products. How important was it for you to kind of make that story part of your brand?
Well, I think it was inevitable. I think it's just part of the ethos of everything that we do, is referencing back to how we grew up and how I learned how to make food, and you know, then really referencing chili peppers and where the chili peppers come from, what are their history.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because you've actually done some research into chili peppers, and we'll try some hot sauces. What do we think while we talk about it? Also,
absolutely,
don't skip the chips. You make your own chips here too.
We do make our own corn tortilla chips. Yep, we used to make them just for tasting the salsa in the farmers market, and our customers demanded that we make them for them to take home.
Puffy chip at the top of the bag. I'm already excited. I'm like, this is a good.
That's a good sign for you.
You get a little puffy chip in there. It's homemade.
Well, that's the salsa pocket right there.
Oh, the salsa pocket. There you go. It's by design. It's by design. It's how that works. Okay.
Quality control. One regular chip. Fantastic. Okay. Now let's add the sauce.
Dive into the sauces here.
Okay, so I'm going to have you two try our two most favorite hot sauces at the grocery store. We have a fermented Fresno hot sauce. So that's going to be on the lower end, so start there. And then we have a habanero and roasted carrot hot sauce, a little bit on the higher end.
Okay.
So we'll see how much heat you can take.
Okay.
And
why, thank you.
There we go.
Chip for you.
This is great for breakfast.
Yeah.
Salsa is a breakfast food in our house.
And you actually did, so talking about the research that you did into some of these sauces, actually figuring out which peppers and where they're grown to be, the best for your sauce.
Yeah, so really researching kind of the history of peppers has influenced how we make recipes and kind of what their traditional uses were, and paying homage to how they've traveled the world. I think you can tell the history of the world through tracing chili peppers, where they've traveled and what cuisines they've influenced. And I've had the great fortune of getting to work with OSU, and Jim Myers, who's a plant breeder, to test a lot of peppers.
Wow.
So do pepper testing trials to develop varieties that grow well here and that chefs want to use and customers want to eat.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, that was Fresno. That was the first one we just tried.
That was the Fresno, fermented Fresno.
And it was a perfect, I love that balance between, you got the heat, but then there's like that little sweetness, a little tartness that comes through. That's just a beautiful balance.
Did I give you enough carrot habanero?
Yeah, I really loaded it on there.
That's
I
what,
did.
For Travis.
She likes to challenge me.
Yeah.
We're not messing around out here.
I know you can handle the heat. My grip is a little bit smaller, but because habanero can be a little spicy.
A little spicy for you? Well, we like to ferment peppers too. I think it brings out some layers of different flavors that the pepper has.
Well, I don't know what the right way to word that, but like I call it funk. Like there's like a little funk there
That's a good kind of
with
funk.
that fermented. Yeah, I love that flavor.
It does have a little heat to it.
Okay, how you feeling?
It's building. It's not like, it doesn't smack you in the face right away. Oh, but there it is. It gets a little hot.
For me, I totally understand the Fresno on like you said with breakfast.
Oh, on some like
makes
eggs
so
over
much
easy
sense,
would be,
right? With that, with like the tart sweet balance, totally. But that habanero, you get on tacos. That's like That is
that's
perfect.
an everyday salsa you can put on any type of food.
That's an everyday for you.
Well, I always say there's two kinds of hot sauce, right? There's the hot sauce for your food, and then there's the hot sauce to hurt your friends. You know, there's a whole realm of hot sauce makers out there.
If you're my friends, you have so many options,
right?
Yeah.
So
Nikki,
we make the stuff for your food.
Oh my gosh, no, there's both of them. The flavor comes through. It's really, really good. You have a fun little trick too, though. If you can't quite handle the heat.
Do you need a Sour Patch?
You said I could take a sour patch?
Yes. So sugar is actually the thing that the Scoville, which is the heat scale for chili peppers, is measured against. So how much sugar it takes to quell the heat of a chili pepper is how it gets rated on the Scoville. So the pro hot sauce tasters will carry around pixie sticks or candy.
Really?
So that when they need to quell that heat,
they need to calm it down. So it's not milk. It's not milk.
Well, it's the sugar in milk.
It's the sugar in milk.
Oh.
Put a little damper in it.
The more you know.
That's really nice. These are fantastic.
help?
Nikki, thanks for joining us. It did help. And I'm going to keep that in mind. And hey, if you want to see all the products she makes and learn about where to find them, they're at New Seasons, they're at local stores. It is fantastic. Learn more at hotmamasalsa.com.